A fundamental first move that gives you a lot to consider. The Scandinavian defense was played in the first ever recorded game of chess in 1475. Faced with a pawn trade, they pushed their pawn to safety, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center, defending their hanging pawn. This is a fine move. They bring out their bishop, increasing their control over the center. Your better option was to prepare a bishop for development. This move prepares for their bishop to join the action. Very good choice. This is a fair trade. You recaptured. This move left their knight hanging. You had an opportunity to capture a free knight. A straightforward recapture. This move activates your bishop to strengthen control over the center. This removes defense from knight, letting you win a free piece. That knight was yours for the taking. They castled kingside, placing you won a pawn for free. Defending their hanging rook. You had an opportunity to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. They've brought their piece into play while forcing your queen to retreat. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. I like their choice. You are threatening to checkmate the king. They prevented you from being able to checkmate the king. You've just allowed your bishop to be taken without a fight. They took your bishop for free. You had a chance to play something better. They moved the rook to safety. Good thinking to bring out more pieces into the game. Advancing this pawn creates opportunities for you to target their king's position. Your better option was to bring the last piece into the game. They are threatening to win a pawn by pinning a piece. A good choice to move your threatened bishop. Their better move was to force the loss of castling rights. Your best move was to offer an equal trade of pieces. A correct move to get their rook out of harm's way. Your move puts your bishop on an unsafe square. Capturing your hanging bishop. Yes, this is the way. They move their king out of the check from your queen. You permitted the opponent to force eventual checkmate. They missed a chance to force eventual checkmate. Your better option was to move a rook to safety. They exchange pieces of equal value. A logical capture. Their piece is now on a more active square. You escape the check from the queen. You are now able to win a pawn through a fork. You had an opportunity to win a pawn through a fork. Now you have to have isolated doubled pawns, which ruins their structure. You recaptured the piece. This move gives you the opportunity to win their pawn. Your best move was to undouble pawns. This move puts their rook on a safer square. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. This move puts their knight on a safer square. You kicked your opponent's piece from that square, moving their threatened knight to safety. Well done, an excellent move. Your opponent's move wins your pawn. A clear recapture. This move drops the defense, and now you can simply take the knight. You missed an opportunity to capture a free knight. A clear recapture. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. Precise move from your opponent. Passed pawns must be pushed. Capturing your hanging pawn. No surprise, you had to move your pawn to safety. There was just one move that worked for them, and this, for sure, you had to move away from the threat. They are right on target. Your pawn made it to the promotion square. They've made a mistake, and their knight is now lost. You escape the check from the knight. A correct move to get their knight out of harm's way. You step your king away from the checking knight. They move the knight to safety. This will win a knight with correct play. This move puts their knight on a safer square. Nice fork, you'll be winning a knight. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. The tactic paid off, and now you get the knight for it. They played the strongest move